Hey folks, okay, got a bit of an issue with my MIG. Now, I first noticed this a couple of weeks ago, and yeah, it just wasn't arcing properly, and because there's so many, several things on this that affect your weld, your wire speed, your heat and everything. And sometimes you can turn them a little bit and it'll improve it, but that's not the actual problem. So anyway, what I found was that this power wire had come loose. I don't know if you can actually see that. Yeah, and so I tightened it up and it worked, yeah, okay for a few weeks. But yeah, then it started mucking up again last night. And yeah, so I took it all off. I found it had actually, because it had been arcing, it had actually burned away part of this rod. So I then moved it back. Actually, moved it back for another reason, because I lost one of the nuts. And I spent about 2 hours looking for it last night, and I don't know where it got to, what I've done with it, but yeah. So this used to be positioned here with two nuts, a nut either side, so I've just screwed it right up against the other bolt. Yeah, of course, once you alter this, you then we have to take the wire feed off anyway to get the nuts off, and then you got to readjust it all. And when you turn the initial thing, because it's all set, it affects the height and the position of it, as does the height of the motor itself. These 3 screws adjust it. There's 3 screws in there. Yeah, and then it's got to slide in and out. It's got to position itself with the groove for the wire. Yeah, and it looks like I actually haven't got that. Zoom in it. You can see that it's not actually in the center. It's over to one side. So it looks like I'm going to have to loosen it, push it over a bit more. You can push it over a little bit with a screw. Yeah, because I did have a 0.6 in here this morning, and the 0.6 jammed up twice, so I took it out, put the 0.8 back in, because I was doing heavier welds anyway. I really shouldn't be wasting the 0.6 on the heavier welds. But I can see now it's not actually in the center. So it could have been what caused that. The other issue too is that I need a new shroud. The shroud's been getting burned away. It was getting too close to the tip. That's initially what caused it. For the moment, I put a washer behind the shroud to pack it out a little bit. But yeah, next time I'm in town, I'll go and get a new shroud. They don't cost much. Actually, I'll look for what I got here. I've probably got one somewhere. So I tend to buy 2 of these, or sometimes they come in packets of 2 anyway. So yeah, and because it had got hot, and I was thinking that was an electrical wire, and I was going to tape it up, but it's not. That's actually the feed, your gas. And it looks like it's got a hole in it, but it isn't actually leaking. But yeah, I might replace that anyway. The other thing, this is something I'm guilty of, is dragging it round by this instead of the handle that's on it. And by doing that, you're actually interfering with the setup, and you can muck your setup. That's probably actually what caused it to come loose in the first place, is dragging it around by the handle. So I probably bought this on myself. And Yeah. Anyway, just sort of, it's just one thing to look for if you're having an issue with your MIG. Since cleaning that, actually, and putting it, scrubbing it all up and putting it back on, it's actually working better than it has for years. So this has obviously been a problem for years, and I didn't even realise it. But yeah, it's actually doing a much better weld now. Anyway, thanks for watching.